Rise and shine and welcome in everybody. Jason Hackett here with you on this Thursday morning, this Friday Junior. We're going to get to all your headlines in just a minute. But first, it is MEA weekend, John. A lot of people checking the forecast and it's looking pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean, the weather's going to be great. I think it just depends on, where we're at on the warm front or the cold front. So it's going to be a bit of a whiplash depending on what day you're looking at here. This morning, so we've got a little rain. We talked about that working through the metro. The warm front is literally that band of rain, and you can see it working north of 94. But as we zoom on in here, we got a couple of showers to talk about this morning. You can see this one just coming into Plymouth here. It's a light shower over Orono. That's all I really have in the metro. Otherwise, Ramsey, again, you see a little bit of rain in Ham Lake, but it's a little bit. Zooming out, you can see areas even East Metro, not really seeing a whole lot. And this is already working its way up towards Highway 10, 371 here. This is Little Falls coming into Crosby area. We will see some rain. It will be over the next hour and a half, and then it's going to clear out into probably the afternoon. Now, it's going to be a gradual warm-up, 55 to 62 this morning, so you're not going to warm rapidly. You will get behind the warm front, and look at this temperature just rocket to 70 degrees underneath that warm front with that sunshine. So again, dress accordingly. Understand you might have to shed the layers this afternoon. How do the roads look, Cece?
Hey, the roads are really quiet. 602. This is down in Eden Prairie. Good morning if you're waking up there. Highway 212. This will be a really good detour, especially as Highway 7 is shut down between Shorewood and Minnetonka this morning and until Monday. So keep that in mind. Highway 5, 494, and Highway 41 will work too. 694, 494 loop, things very quiet in that area. And as we zoom out, really quiet, especially with kiddos on MEA. So if you're heading into work this morning, no need to add extra time right now. Jason.
All right, that is good to hear. Cece, thank you very much. It is now day 16 of the government shutdown, and this morning the impacts are growing. Just 8 hours ago, Minnesota stopped processing food stamp applications. Michelle Beck is at the live desk tracking what this means for thousands of Minnesotans. Michelle.
Yeah, Jason, good morning to you. We'll go to the website for the State Department of Children, Youth, and Families right now, and they will spell out the problem. Right here, they write November SNAP benefits are at risk and may be unavailable if the shutdown continues. The website says that's because there may not be enough federal funds to pay for those benefits. State officials note in an average month, 440,000 Minnesotans receive food stamps, many of them children. So their advice is if you were getting benefits before today, keep using them as usual for now. Counties and tribal nations just can't approve applications for new benefits. And now I want to show you the Hunger Solutions map. The department points this out as a resource to connect anyone in need with more than 300 food shelves and meal programs around the state. But the concern this morning, Jason, is that these resources will feel the strain stemming from the shutdown. So in a case like this, donations would be critical. Back to you.
Yeah, so many people are going to be turning to those food banks and those food shelves. It's going to be a rough time for a lot of families. Michelle, thank you very much. If you're heading to the airport this morning, expect some big crowds, and it has nothing to do with the shutdown. It's MEA weekend, of course, one of the busiest of the year at MSP. Audrey Russo's live there this morning with how things are looking right now. It was pretty busy earlier. How is it looking right now?
Yeah, well, let me tell you, things are pretty hectic here. 52,000 people expected at the airport today. That's roughly the population of the city of Minnetonka. But don't take my word for it. Look over there. Look at all those people waiting in line to go through TSA. Again, this is the busiest day of MEA weekend by far. The next busiest day, Sunday. 48,000 people are forecasted to come back. Everybody's got to get back home, get back to reality. The good news, from what I can tell, just a scant handful of delays. Now, if you are dropping somebody off at some point today, MSP wants to remind everybody to use the new Flex Lane option at Terminal 1. That just gives people, we got some people waving. Hello, hello, yes, hello, you. Have a good MEA. Yeah, there's a new Flex Lane option if you are dropping somebody off. That's in Terminal 1. You move over to the side of the departures loop, and on the left-hand side, there's some signage just letting you know that there's more space to get your passenger out of the car and back into the airport safely. And they put it there because 80% of passengers here at MSP end up traveling through Terminal 1. So that's just one option for you. But yeah, there's a lot of people here. Everybody's in a good mood. I think that's probably my favorite thing that I've seen since I've been here 4 days in a row this week is seeing all the smiles. People are excited to go on MEA weekend. But what exactly is MEA? Well, I've got a little bit more on that coming up in about 30 minutes because I'm not from Minnesota, so this is new for me to learn about what this little tradition is. But for now, I'll send things back to you.
As a fellow transplant, I am also fascinated by this weekend, so I can't wait to hear the answer. Audrey, thank you. Love to see the enthusiasm out there this morning as well from those traveling. So time now 6:06. An unexpected turn this morning in the case against former Hudson teacher Abigail Faust, who's accused of sexually assaulting 2 teens. That case will now move forward to arraignment and a potential trial. Faust allegedly had sex with a 15-year-old at his family's home in Minnesota and her home in Wisconsin. She's charged in both states. The Wisconsin case includes allegations she had sex with the teen's friend. Yesterday, Faust decided to waive her hearing, preventing more details from coming out. She'll be back in court in 2 weeks for this case and the case involving the 5th grader she allegedly kissed. Now, Faust's friend and former fellow teacher, Madison Bergman, pled guilty to sexual misconduct with a child 2 weeks ago. She'll be sentenced in December. Now to an update on a story we brought you yesterday here on Sunrise. We now know a driver is in critical condition after allegedly causing a chain reaction crash in Minneapolis involving a train. This all happened just after 2:30 yesterday morning at Columbia Parkway and Central Avenue Northeast. A woman told us that she was a passenger in a Cadillac Escalade that was stopped behind the crossing arm when a Toyota RAV4 rear-ended them, pushing both vehicles into the path of the moving train. A search warrant shows the driver who caused the crash may have been going at nearly 70 miles per hour. The warrant says he refused a field sobriety test at the scene. The other driver, a woman, is in serious condition. All 5 Minneapolis mayoral candidates shared a stage last night, but they didn't debate each other. Several cultural groups came together to host a forum to allow the community to ask questions directly. They talked about housing, kids and families, economic recovery, and unsheltered people. Public safety was another big talking point.
We envision a public safety system in which when you call 911, you get the right response at the right time. We got 2 consent decrees in which we need to implement. That's number 1.
We need to invest in youth services and ensure that the public safety system is actually reflective of what we're hoping it will be. If we invest in student services, it never gets to this point in the first place.
I would like to build a relationship with families and our peace officers, just like Edina police officers do. They start inviting mothers and children of color to a monthly event.
So we're going to hear from the other 2 candidates on this topic, incumbent Mayor Jacob Frey and Dwayne Davis, coming up in 30 minutes. So the forum was about 2.5 hours. After the candidates left the stage, they hung around to answer more questions.